So we follow Hawk's orders and go back to Skyhold while he and the Wardens scout out Adamant Fortress. Even though we were right there and we end up doing grunt work anyway, like picking herbs and strip mining in the country, but hey, why not let him do it? And we find Hawk back at Skyhold. Man, he's really good at that. He just finished scouting and managed to get here before we did, even enough to leave a report, and now he's able to talk to Varric casually.
I tracked that Venatori mage back to Adamant Fortress. They're looking at assault options now in the war room.
Thanks for coming.
You did well, Varric. The Inquisitor is just who we need.
Hey Hawk, I'm standing right next to you. And how exactly am I just who we need? You need a religious military icon? Okay then. Now this is awkward because we're listening in on their conversation and we're, well, the guy in charge. We have a certain presence here. Skyhold or castle-like settings, similar to the Suikoden series, works well because you can walk around and listen on idle conversations. That's one of the great, if not the greatest qualities of the Dragon Age franchise that I've felt. Sudden exposition of events about the world, the characters, or past or possible future situations is cool, just by simply encountering them. This is good because it's optional and you can totally disregard it, even if it is part of whatever plot's going on.
Oh, it's been great. Murderous Wardens, archdemon attacks, plenty of blood mages and crazy Templars. Just like home.
I know how much you hated leaving Kirkwall.
This is the ass end of Thedas. You know they eat snails here? Still, I think I need to finish this out. If it weren't for me and Bartrand, none of this would have happened. So much for changing our lives.
That's what happens when you try to change things. Things change.
Okay, so Varric is feeling guilty because he found the Red Lyrium idol, and somehow that was the straw that tipped the scales for Meredith to turn into a Power Ranger. Yeah, no. Just stop trying to justify the holes in the plot of the previous game and make Varric into some sort of hero-seeking redemption. It's just not working. It's bad enough dealing with this game's plot with straw-headed pajama party boy over here. As we will see, similar to Dragon Age 2, despite being the most important person in your organization, both protagonists seem to have little to no influence or power.
Adamant Fortress has stood against the Darkspawn since the time of the Second Blight.
Fortunately for us, that means it was built before the age of modern siege equipment.
Why are we attacking Adamant Fortress? Whose idea was that? Why can't we send an emissary, try and communicate with Chlorel? Why are we jumping to sieging a castle in the desert? Do we know for sure they're all brainwashed? Maybe Chlorel's really pissed at Choir Boy over that little skirmish we had with him that cost her a whole bunch of Wardens. Or are we now under the assumption that brainwashed Wardens are now just cannon fodder and must be crushed? What would have been impressive is if the same way we can tackle other targets on the map with our 3 advisors, so could we have done so with Adamant, because it's, a main plot mission. It would just be bigger. Do we send some diplomats? Do we send spies? Or do we send soldiers? And maybe we could be involved in each of those. That would have been a really nice method of role-playing and would have worked alongside the concept of the game, which is to have a large war table where you can complete quests in a certain manner. Of course, that would take a lot of effort. At the very least, they could have had a series of questions for us where we make the suggestion and our advisors fill in the plot holes as to why spying, negotiation, or infiltration won't work. We need to be told why we need to go to war with these heroes of Thedas.
A good trebuchet will do major damage to those ancient walls.
Well, we had the snowy mountain level with trebuchets, and now the desert fortress one. Can't wait to crank some 2-ton weights with my magical green hand. Or maybe we finally have people to do it for us.
Thanks to our Lady Ambassador.
Lady Cyril of Jadar was pleased to lend the Inquisition her sappers.
Lady Cyril of Jadar. Okay then. Sappers? Oh yeah, that word truly exists in the world of medieval magical time. Yeah. Well, it's a French word, I guess, because, there's so much wrong with these next few scenes, I'm going to let that one slide.
They've already delivered the trebuchets.
And the trebuchets have already been delivered. Wait, okay, who's in charge here? I didn't order any trebuchets. Do you guys, really want to kill some people? What is wrong with you people in trebuchets?
That is the good news.
None of that accounts for the Wardens summoning a giant demon army.
That is the bad news.
The Inquisition forces can breach the gate, but if the Wardens already have their demons...
I found records of Adamant's construction. There are choke points we can use to limit the field of battle.
That's good. We may not be able to defeat them outright. But if we cut off reinforcements, we can carve you a path to Warden Commander Clarel.
The game doesn't even bother to lampshade all the other options we could be doing, like sneaking in or using diplomacy, considering we have these two other specialists here. I just want to know, did we even try communicating to Clarel? Well, now that we're on the topic of war, since apparently we can't think of any other options aside from sieging a castle, just to have a conversation with someone, let's see here. Why don't we cut off their supply lines from the middle of a bloody desert? It shouldn't take long. Wardens, brainwashed or otherwise, still need to eat. If they lose control of the Wardens, the demons should follow soon after. Clara would eventually have to come out of hiding if she was in fact hiding. We don't even really know. Why is she even at Adamant? Either way, this would have weakened their forces. Or better yet, disrupt their supply lines and poison them or something. Boom. Brainwashed Wardens don't know any better and they just eat whatever they're ordered to, and they all just die. Or maybe it puts them to sleep. Or get Solus to make some kind of brainwash cure or something. Either way, no more bad Wardens, no more demon army. If super effective, then the demons kill everyone else, so we can talk to a lady. Now that would be a neat ethical quandary to be in, wouldn't it? How about we just talk to Leliana? Isn't she a spy master and has a whole bunch of other options for us? Or why don't we just beach them, aka bomb the crap out of them, and then have them come to us? They can try and run through the desert in their heavy armor. Trebuchets were designed for large distances, and they do take a while to set up. Unless they're mobile and compact, then great, more time for us setting up our own defenses, though how you move siege weaponry through a desert is beyond me. And as we've seen in the game, smaller demons don't really have very effective ranged attacks, but we've got mages and archers and, well, trebuchets. Once it looks like we've decimated the choke points or major defenses, or just make it into a game where we level the entire wall we see and nothing is left moving, then, maybe we should go in. Unless these sappers from Orlais are going to start digging holes in the sand and rock, and actually it sounds like they're just here to be a bunch of delivery boys.
Taking this fortress is going to get a lot of good soldiers killed.
Our soldiers know the risks, Inquisitor, and they know what they're fighting for.
Oh yeah, right. I'm sure they couldn't wait to fall on their swords so we might have the option of having a conversation with someone. All I know is that we need to talk to a woman before we launch a boulder on her head so we can convince her out of some crazy suicide pact. Gee, I wonder if she's going to survive this encounter.
It'll be hard fought, no way around it. But we'll get that gate open.
Aren't you going to launch big rocks at the walls of a fortress? Isn't that what you just said? I guess you could specifically target the gate. Okay, sure.
It's also possible that some Wardens may be sympathetic to our cause.
The warriors may be willing to listen to reason, though I doubt they will turn against Clarel directly. The mages, however, are slaves to Corypheus. They will fight to the death.
Okay, so we can give up on the mage wardens, but we might be able to convince the soldiers. That sounds like a good tactic, especially if we have the option to influence the enemy without frickin' boulders. So, in the middle of battle, while we're fighting, we can click a button or stop attacking and start shouting to the wardens that you don't want to kill them. Something like that. That would be a good non-violent option.
We've built the siege engines and readied our forces, Inquisitor. Give the word, and we march on Adamant.
So the siege engines have been delivered and built. All throughout the time, we've simply been waiting for Hawk to scout the place out. Everything's been done for us. There's been no orders. There's been no plans. We just go to war. Do you see how this entire scenario has been railroaded to have a combat scene? We didn't say we wanted this or we're going to do this. We just wanted information from Hawk, or rather Hawk said he'd just go scout stuff and we just silently walked away. Does Stroud want to go bomb his brothers? Does he mind us blowing them away? Sure, he was about to be arrested by them, but is this the only way to talk to them, with frickin' boulders? So another stupid-looking knife appears, and we order the assault, choose our party, and we see a cutscene. Oh, hi guys. I was having a problem talking to you, so I thought I'd throw these really big rocks at you, and maybe some of you might survive, and then we could talk. So are these flaming boulders? Are they explosives? Are they quicklime? Is it Greek fire? What is this? Okay, why do we have ladders? Who did we get them from? I thought we just got a whole bunch of trebuchets from some Orlesian rich person. But you didn't mention any ladders. How'd you know they'd be the right height? I thought we were going to knock down the walls, not climb up them. I hope we're not bombing these walls we're trying to go up. Is this like a plan B? Are we out of ammo? That would sort of make sense, but we just saw this scene. So why do we have large frickin' ladders? Who the hell ordered a battering ram? What other rich Orlesians do we know of that you forgot to mention sent this one to us? This probably isn't as elaborate as, sending several 2-ton trebuchets, but it definitely seems just as heavy. And why does it literally look like a fist clenching a piece of spiky metal? Do we have some rich, kinky, warmongering Orlesian sponsor? Aren't battering rams supposed to, ram things, not puncture them? Wouldn't that pointy part get stuck in the wood? And where the hell are our trebuchets firing at then? Didn't Cullen say he wanted to get the gate open? Is this like his plan C, or was this his original plan A? Could someone please tell me what was going on here? I feel like I'm not involved in anything here, and I'm just watching people get killed despite me being their leader. So there's all these Wardens ready to attack when the gate falls. They're itching for a fight. Then the gate falls, and we just waltz right in. And aside from one person who just got impaled by one of our red shirts, the Wardens are just magically gone. Some legendary warriors they turned out to be. What kind of explosion did that door do to everyone?
For the Wardens!
Yes, Stroud. For the Wardens. The people we are killing right now. We're trying to turn them over to our side, not chant their name as a battle cry while we impale them. They're going to think we're crazy. It's too confusing. It's like, haha, I'm saving you by killing you. Oh. Okay, so we kill some Wardens, and they're still firing the trebuchets. Either Adamant is a gigantic fortress whose every wall has come down for some reason, and the people manning the things are really good at aiming, or no one told them to stop firing the bloody, deadly rocks at us while we're walking around the whole damn fortress. We don't need to breach the walls anymore. We're inside. You can easily kill us.
All right, Inquisitor. You have your way in. Best make use of it. We'll keep the main host of demons occupied for as long as we can.
I'll be fine. Just keep the men safe.
We'll do what we have to, Inquisitor. Warden Stroud will guard your back.
Although it might make sense to have Stroud come with us so that we can have more influence in convincing others to stop fighting, it might also be wise to keep him away, as they could consider Stroud an enemy. Either way, like how Hawk watched our back before, it's just an excuse to not have a 5-man team.
Hawk is with our soldiers on the battlements. He's assisting them until you arrive. There's too much resistance on the walls. Our men on the ladders can't get a foothold.
Oh, so you're saying your ladder strategy isn't working. Well, here's an idea. Stop using it. You keep bombing the walls with the trebuchets. When there's holes, you just walk through the holes. You don't need the ladders. Or here's another idea. You pull out. You don't climb the walls. You stop bombing them, and everyone enters through the front frickin' gate, so no one gets hit. Why are you so dumb? How is everyone dumb? Wait, was this your plan, Cullen? I bet it was. I blame everything on you. Why do we need multiple ways of breaching a castle, and why are we still trying to breach the castle when we already have breached the castle? And why didn't you tell us your multiple insane... Someone should fire you. I don't understand what's going on. You're just throwing every option all together at the same time.
If you can clear out the enemies on the battlements, we'll cover your advance.
What exactly does that mean? So I do all the forward work and then you follow me? Well, no shit. So did you stop climbing the ladders yet? Did you stop bombing the battlements I'm going to be up on? Give me something to work with here, you idiot. Okay, so we kill some Wardens. And they're still bombing the goddamn battlements. I think they just want us to die. I think that's it. So we kill some demons and finally get to see some Wardens that are having second thoughts. But we don't talk to them or convince them, they just help us kill some demons. And Stroud is here, even though he was supposed to be guarding our back.
Can't you see? This is madness! It's no use! Their minds are not their own!
Does anyone know what is going on? Are people just like running up behind us? Is there a plan? So some door can't be opened, so we walk back and try to figure out what to do. And then some random warden dude just comes up to us and says something so we can respond to.
Keep your distance!
The Inquisition is here to stop Corel, not to kill Wardens! If you fall back, you won't be harmed!
All right. My men will stay back. We want no part of this. Deal with Chlorel as you must.
Isn't falling back and surrendering the same thing? I mean, we're the winners here. You know what? Whatever. Yes, they gave us a choice. Thank you, BioWare, for this amazing option here. Well, would you look at that? The door is open. Fancy that. And we finally get up on the battlements. And God help them if they keep bombing us. Oh, look. They are. You might think this is exciting, but it's lethally stupid.
Clear the area around the ladder.
Oh, hi Blackwall. In case you haven't noticed, I'm in charge here, or at least I thought I was. Why should I be doing this? I mean, I'm going to slaughter everything I see anyway. I don't really have any extra motivation. Am I helping some people? So we eventually kill some pride demon and we meet up with Hawk. We can tell him to come with us or to help protect those people who are in danger. Are they? I mean, everyone's just following my wake. So how are those people behind us that we've cleared a path for in any danger? You know what? Whatever. Great choices there, BioWare. Then we fight another pride. You know what? I gotta take a break here.